we're gonna welcome our next guest, our next game dev, Toast. Hello, Toast.
Alright, hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're a little bit low. So if there's any way you can turn up your sound a little bit for the
Yeah, give
folks
me
on the
a
stream.
sec.
No
Let me
worries.
adjust a bit. Is this better?
Yes, that's definitely better.
Alright, great.
Can everyone in the chat hear Toast? If you can hear chat in the Toast, if you can hear Toast in the chat, post a 1. If you can't, post a 2. And Toast, can you maybe just introduce yourself as well, with your
Yeah,
with
okay.
your pronouns as well for the folks at home.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hi, I'm Toast. They, them is fine for me. I'm a in I'm so the funny thing is I'm mostly a solo dev, usually of visual novels in my free time. But for this NaNoReNo, I decided that I wanted to not do anything except program. So I joined up with a team consisting of 4 other people, which already had an artist, a writer, a musician, or 2 artists actually. Um, and then I ended up writing the game anyway, half the game anyway. But that aside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else really there is to say about this game, but we should, well,
We'll jump right into it. Um, so, how did your team come up with the initial concept for Under the Witch's Trial, and what is like the basic premise for those at home that might be interested in playing?
yeah, okay. So I think what I think the basic premise of this game was supposed to be a half isekai wish fulfillment, half dark sort of subversion of it. So there was a component of this needs to be cool. This needs to be just wish fulfillment-y. This needs to just like don't worry about people thinking isekai is cringe or whatever. It's like, yeah, this should be fun. We should have the characters that are appealing to us, and the plot should be like just cool isekai stuff. And
And
then
what
we'll
is
have
isekai for those who
oh
don't know?
yes, sorry, yeah. Isekai is this genre of, I guess it's like a genre of storytelling these days, which focuses on a single person being basically transported either by reincarnation or by some other means into the world of a video game or a anime that they had played or watched. So we're talking normal person from normal world goes into anime world. And the reason this is a genre is because the person who has been transported generally has more information about the world of the anime or the game because they played the anime or game, and the story is tends to be about how did these people use their knowledge of this world to maybe either become overpowered or like gain a harem of romance interests or just wish fulfill their wildest dreams effectively,
Yeah.
um, which is why it's gained a reputation for being wish fulfillment as a genre. uh, but there's some really interesting stories that you could tell with a story like that, with a setup like that. So
Absolutely. And also, I just realized I didn't. I'll share you the screen for the game itself, so you can be able
yeah,
to see what I can see. Yeah.
yes, thank you. Yeah,
All right. But yeah. So there you go. So you have access to it now. So yeah. Looks like we come up to the first choice of the game here. Basically, take a deep breath to compose myself, and I don't come in. Um, so let's do commit. We'll be nice. They commit. Handsome man with black hair. He stands ramrod straight and still visible. Huh? Who is this guy and why is he so good looking? Wait, this isn't the time to get distracted. That's the game's protagonist. Kurosaki Maji. Something stupidly complicated with like 5 languages. Exactly what I expect from a trope-ridden RPG like this. This person is making fun of the game and its characters. That's interesting.
The actually original concept of this entry was a protagonist transmigrates into a game that he actually hated and now has to deal with it. So there's a bit more just like whining, I guess, involved than maybe your usual isekai.
Sure.
But
I like the little cross Kurosaki's upside down.
oh yeah.
Crosses.
Yeah,
Very goth. Very goth.
Very goth. Very goth. He, the artist, and T, the artist, character artist, and Falesso, the writer and producer, basically wanted him to be like kind of half gothic, edgy JRPG protagonist, half butler. So that's, I think, the design that they came up with.
A very attractive design. I remember seeing art posted for this character in the Dev Talk Discord server, and a lot of people were thirsty for this. Did that.
I think a lot of people are thirsty for the artist's work in general, so
yeah,
this is par for the course. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I assume you guys saw the title screen with the other characters, and one other character will show up shortly. So, yes.
All right, so obviously we're making a couple choices here at the beginning of the game. Are there branching paths, different endings for the game depending on the choice?
There are, but funnily enough, none of the choices that you make in these first couple of chapters actually matter.
Okay.
Because of something that basically happened later on in development. I can go into more details if we want spoilers for what happened during development. But
sure, I mean, as long as it doesn't spoil, let's say, the game for people, I mean, I would love to hear about the development process.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, let's do. You should learn to control your power. Let's be nice. So, and also, by the way, do you want to post a link in the chat for those that want to play this game and go through all of it? Feel free.
Yeah, the chat is. This is the. I actually cannot tell where the Twitch link is. So if
give me 1 second.
yeah, let me. Yeah.
Right, I will send you the.
Yep. Oh, I think the T just joined our. Oh no, listening only. Okay, he said.
Oh, no worries. I just sent you the link.
Yeah, thanks. I just realized, like, yeah, I'm talking here, but I have literally no idea where the Twitch link is, and that's weird.
All right.
Thanks. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I will post the link to the game in the chat, and let's see. Sorry, you were asking about the development.
Yeah,
process.
yeah. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the development process, and kind of like what was the process of working on this game. You mentioned that. Yeah. there was kind of a an issue that happened that came up during development?
Yeah, I wouldn't really call it an issue
Sure.
as much as it was basically just like something unexpected. Unexpected things come up, and it's and you have to basically change direction or
Mm-hmm.
etc. So for a jam game like this generally is made in a month
Yeah.
and tends to be based on, I guess, a rough concept that somebody has come up with. There's like usually no explicit design documents. There's no like, this is how the characters must look. Here is exactly the thing that we are going to write. There a lot of things just change and shift during the month because everyone's rushing their best to get through the game, the process. So one thing that I think inadvertently ended up happening for us was we started out with this concept of dark fantasy, isekai, grim, gritty, three character roots, and just like lots of directions that your choices can change the way the story turns out.
Yeah.
And then it turns out we ran out of time.
as
So
as
which
that tends to happen at game jam.
yes, yeah. Is there a wait? Oh no, never mind. Sorry, I heard the echo, but that was literally just Twitch. Sorry, I'm gonna mute Twitch
All
for
good about it.
yeah. Yeah, so it does happen. Game jams, like, generally speaking, people bite off more than they can chew. And although all of us, I think, have had games under our belt during a jam, it's like, we want to make the story cool and exciting, and bit off more than we can chew. Um, so, that was the point at which I realized, oh shit, we do not have enough time to get all three character roots in, and we need to do something about that. So basically, we ended up cutting one character route and simplifying significantly the amount of choices needed to decide between the other two, which are, well, you'll see. There's a pretty obvious decision points for how to get to one or the other route
Yeah.
going forward.
Low arcane tradition in the chat. Oh, you're the writer. Worked on Blink. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll be playing Blink next. Coming up after Witch's Trial. But yeah, well, it doesn't seem like he's gonna try to kill me right at this exact moment. Um, so who did the backgrounds for the game?
I think, let me verify the artist's name because okay, I see their name as JT in Discord. I can provide a link to, I guess, the socials of the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm trying to find the. First, I need to post a link to the game page on this Twitch stream, which is, oh god, I have to sign up for Twitch.
I mean, you can give it to me in the
I
chat,
can also give
and
it to you.
I
You're
can,
right.
I can
You know what?
post it.
That's simpler. Yes. Let me
That's
just do
fine.
that.
That's totally.
Yeah.
Um,
I have a link here, and the artist is named JT. They're kind of they basically just decided that wanted to help us with our backgrounds because the fantasy aesthetic appealed to them, and yeah, yeah. So I like that we have sort of more, since I'm a solo dev and I do my own character art, but I cannot do backgrounds.
yeah,
So me and I and a lot of other sort of devs end up using the generic backgrounds that you can buy in packs from various asset stores, um, and they're good, but they become a little samey because everyone uses them. So I was very glad to have like unique backgrounds for this
Yeah,
game.
yeah, totally. And thank you, Puppet Pasta in the chat for posting the game. And yeah, no, the music is great. Who did the music again for the game? It
It's
was
Puppet, yeah.
Puppet. Oh, Puppet. Oh, Puppet, you did the music? Oh, wow. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Puppet, for the music. The music is great. So, sincerely, thank you so much. And it looks like we meet Mimosa finally. And Mimosa is, she sure is something. Mimosa's got really big hair. Really big hair.
I'm so I guess T might not want to talk right now, so I can give some background
Yeah,
on
sure.
Medusa.
Yeah.
She she's a she is obviously the villainess. She's um also like the main characters in this game are Mimosa is sort of one of T's characters. T is the artist, and August and Kuro are Faleso's characters. That's the producer and the other writer. So this is basically a game where it's like, yeah, we're gonna throw our favorite like OCs into the story together and
That's
then
awesome.
write about them. Yeah. So there's a bit of lore around Mimosa that T wanted to. I don't know if T wants. Kind of, yeah. Okay. Well, bit of information I can give is
Sure.
that Mimosa is apparently a nickname in I think Brazilian Portuguese
Hmm?
that is usually used to nickname cows. Like, just it's a name for cows. The same way as how Spot and Fido are names for dogs in
Yeah.
English. Yes, and Mimosa was actually originally, I think, a cow OC of T's original character, Cowgirl, and she became a little bit more evil. So, or maybe she was always this evil. I don't actually know. So yes, um,
That's really cool. I like how I like
yeah,
how her eyes are getting a little evil too. The
yeah.
red splotches. That's very cute. So, have you all worked on games together before, or is this your first time working together as a team?
No, no. This is our first time. Well, my first time working together with any of the other team members. I believe T and Valasso have worked together before on a game, previous jam. So that then I think Puppet and JT just joined on because we were like, yeah, we need a composer and someone to do the backgrounds. So yeah, got together. Telesso sort of did a everyone sort of squared away on project management and like you do this, you do that. Here's what we need by X date, and I think we kind of just all went off on our own and did the thing.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
It sounds like you had a really good team.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was very impressed by like how much everyone contributed to the process, and like I mean, even though we did bite off more than we could chew, it wasn't anyone's fault. It wasn't like, oh shit, like someone's not pulling their weight, like the group project bullshit that you might have experienced in school
Yeah.
or something. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, things happen sometimes, and well, let's deal with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Music is so good. And yeah, for any folks that are here, that are just joining or don't know what game this is Under the Witch's Trial. Um, and yeah, we are playing this and 23 other entries for NaNoReNo, 23 entries of NaNoReNo 2022 to raise govern equality. An organization that helps LGBTQIA plus folks in the American South get legal and mutual aid. They're a great organization based in North Carolina. You're able to donate by clicking on the link in the chat. You can um, help us raise money for a great organization, great causes. And yeah, any donate counts, 10, 5, $1, doesn't matter. Any little bit helps. And if you can't donate, you just want to stick around, enjoy the stream, keep enjoying some cool, all good too. Share the link, tell your friends. We got another roughly 3.5 hours, or sorry, 2.5 hours. No, sorry, 3.5 hours left to go.
Nice. And thanks for doing this, Rob, like for the charity and for the Nano games. Like this, I've seen your schedule. It's a really long schedule, so yeah.
Yep. It's great though. I mean, I've played so many cool entries today. So many cool people I've talked with. So many, and they're all different, all varied, all feel distinct. No two games are alike. Thank you for coming on and talking to me.
Yeah, no problem.
Uh-oh, we have another choice.
Oh,
Accept
yeah.
the deal or reject the deal. I feel like this is a big one.
This is a big one.
Alright. Yeah, the music's crescending. Alright, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save Scum. I'm gonna do accept the deal.
Yeah.
I accept. Mimosa's melodic laugh. Oh, slump in my chair in exhaustion. I feel you there, brother. Healthy salted fish. So how many words, roughly, would you script is?
Sorry, can you... I didn't catch the first part.
Oh, no, how many words, roughly, would you say the script is?
Words. I think I actually did a word count at one point after I finished because it's like, oh god, how much words did I write in 3 days? So I believe the final count of just the script, excluding like code and stuff, is about 20k words. For 20k words, it's approximately an hour and a half if you read it straight. But since this game is like 2 routes and multiple choices where the text diverges, one playthrough will take about, I think, just an hour.
That's pretty good for a game jam.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to get all the endings, it'll take about an hour.
And let me show the game engine that we're using for a little bit. This game was built in NaNoReNo, which is a Unity plugin. It's a little bit more expensive than Ren'Py, which is free, but on the plus side, it gives us a lot of like really useful shortcuts and ways of making the game more quickly than we might have been able to do in Ren'Py. So if you're interested in VN Dev, check out NaNoReNo. I mean, it's a little expensive sometimes, but it goes on sale frequently. And oh yes, the reason I mentioned that at this point in time was because NaNoReNo's skip option is incredibly fast and very good. So if you need to skip through the game, you could do that very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, NaNoReNo is something I personally have been experimenting with, and I've mostly used Ren'Py I just am teaching myself Ren'Py because VN development is pretty new to me. NaNoReNo is a great piece of software as well. You definitely need to know some Unity while you're working with NaNoReNo, but it's really good at the options it provides to do.
And for context, like as I mentioned, I am earlier that I am normally a solo dev. I started doing visual novel development approximately a year and a half ago during the pandemic, because what the hell else was I going to do with my life? Um,
Fair,
and
fair.
yeah, and before then, I had never touched Unity or any novel, even though like I have a programming background. So I was basically learned both Unity and any novel, and it was fine. Like there was a little bit of a learning curve, yes, but I think it was well after you figured out which parts were Unity and which parts were any novel, it was pretty okay, pretty straightforward going from there on out. So yeah.
So were all these backgrounds hand drawn, hand painted, or are
No,
they all photo?
no. Like as we mentioned, we ran out of time, and backgrounds generally take a hell of a long time to draw. So
Yeah,
this
depending
town
on the
background,
complexity.
yeah, this town background was a stock background that you can
Got it.
buy from packs. It's a very
Cool.
pretty one. I
It
use it
is.
frequently.
It is. Why is it? Why is that? Escape likely. So, was there any plans on having partial voice acting at all, or was that just you wanted to focus on? Oh, and we have a new character.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, you want to
surprise.
just focus on like the writing.
I don't think we ever originally had voice acting plans, and at by the time that we realized, oh shit, we're not gonna finish this game,
Yeah,
obviously there's
yeah,
no way we could have done voice acting.
yeah,
We'll think about it, maybe. But I think everyone's just like, oh god, I'm so glad that we're finally done with this. So
yeah. Totally, I feel that. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it though for Under the Witch's Trial. I think we're gonna end it here as we meet the tired woman. Um, but yeah, thank you so much, Toast, for hopping on this call and talking about the game. I really appreciate it. Yeah, um, this is really fun. I'm looking forward to playing more of this. Um,
alrighty. Cool,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah. Thank you so much. Is there anything you want to plug before you head off?
I suppose I could well so I can plug my own game dev page in
Sure.
case anyone's interested in seeing like some of the things that I make when I'm not part of a team.
Yeah.
And the team's link, as previously mentioned, is in the chat. So
Wonderful.
yeah.
Awesome.
Right.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for joining, and I will talk to you later. Have a good rest of your night.
Alrighty. Thank you. Bye.
Great. Bye.